This is my G36 DMR. As promised, this is the final video for this gun. This project is complete, and I'll go ahead and cut to the chase here and get you started on what I've done with this gun so far. Let's start here with the gearbox. I have installed a SHS high torque motor into this gun, as well as a SHS M120 spring. I originally had a matrix spring in there, but it wasn't doing too well. Anyway, I also I had the stock piston in there as well. Corrected some AOE, did some shimming, and I've also put in a number 14 O-ring that has increased my compression and helped with my consistency of my FPS. Which, on the subject of FPS, this gun is actually clocking in at around 350 feet per second with a .25 gram BB. Don't let that fool you though, because I have gotten about 230 foot shots with this gun on the torso of my target in games and in target practice. So, but I wouldn't be able to do that without the BSA Sweet 22 rifle scope that I've also purchased. This has a 3 to 9 by 40 objective. It's 3 to 9x zoom, which is actuated right here, wrapped above the eye bell. It comes with 3 turrets for different weights of 22 caliber bullets. Well, since I'm not shooting 22 caliber bullets, I don't have to worry about that. There's also a focus knob here right at the objective lens for fine-tuning your focus so that you can see everything clearly. It works really nicely. Moving on to the back of the gun, I have also, in the last video, I have told you about the stock hiding the battery. I've actually rewired the gun from the front, which most G36s have, to the back, and I've also upgraded the battery plugs from small Tamiya to large Tamiya. That lets me put the large type batteries in, which give me more play time with one charge. I currently have an 8.4 volt 4500 milliamp battery installed, and it works quite nicely. Rate of fire is nice. Trigger response is nice and crisp. Just what you'd expect from a DMR. Now that's about it for as far as internals and pretty much externals, because nothing has changed on the externals since the last video. So let's get right down to the chase and do some shooting. Hey guys, I'm here back in my backyard again. We're going to do some shooting here in a second, but I forgot to mention that once again, as far as the gearbox, there have been a couple changes, but the only major change on the front end has been the Mad Bull tight bore inner barrel, 6.03 by 509 millimeters. I also have an SCS nub installed in the hop-up. Does really well, and I've got the stock JG G36 bucking, and it's doing pretty well right now for what I want it to do. Now, in the future, I may or may not install a Systema bucking or something like that. But anyway, right now, like I said, we're going to be doing some shooting at 75 and 150 feet. And I also noticed that my 150 foot target, I ran some data on Google Earth the other day and noticed that the 150 foot target is at about 140 feet. My mistake on that. But 10 feet isn't going to make much of a difference as far as the accuracy of this gun. It's a little windy out today, so my shots may be off a little bit, but you should still see a good bit of accuracy here. I'll be using a mid-cap, 140 round mid-cap, filled with King Arms Premium .25 gram BBs, and first test will be at, like I said, 75 feet, and then the next test will be 140. So without further ado, let's get to some shooting. Okay, as you can see, the target here is set up at about 50 feet. 50 to 75 feet really. And I'm going to start shooting it here in a few minutes. It's an average torso size, probably about maybe 1.5 to 2 feet across by 3 feet high as far as the actual target goes. The box, of course, is a little bigger. I will put 5 shots in as tight a grouping as I can get, and then afterwards we'll try the 140-foot target as well. Here we go. Well, needless to say, you're definitely not going to miss him from 50 feet. Let's take a closer look. Okay, well, looks like our tightest grouping at 50 feet is about that much, which is probably about maybe, I don't know, maybe a half an inch to an inch. And the other two aren't so far off either, so you know, it's pretty good. So anyway, let's go ahead and head off to the 140-foot range, and we'll see what we can do there. Alright guys, here we are once again. This time we're at the 140-foot target. This is probably where you're going to see my shots drift off a little bit. I normally use matrix BBs, so I'm using the King Arms ones as a baseline for performance, and so far they've done much better than I expected. So my shots may drift, they may not, I'm not sure, but there's only one way to find out. I'm going to be shooting from over in that direction over there, right over at the bottom of this focus. Come on, okay. Right over here at the bottom of this light post here. I'm going to shoot from there all the way over to here, and hopefully we should get some good results here. But anyway, we'll see how this goes. Well, that was better than I expected. We don't have as big of an imprint of the BB, but as you could hear, it does hit pretty hard still at 140 feet. So I guarantee you will feel that. Let's take a look at the damage here. We did have one flyer, no, 2 flyers, my bad. One hit right there, and then one hit off the off to the side of the target. To be fair, the wind kicked up a little bit as I started shooting. We have 2 or 3 real nice headshots right here, 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 and here. And the next shot here, a couple body shots, and a shot right here that hit right on the border. I don't think I'll count that because I don't think that would be fair. But anyway, so I'm very confident that if I were to really try and gauge for distance and windage and all that kind of stuff, you can see that this is a very effective weapon. And I'm very surprised at how well these King Arms BBs will do, and I believe from now on I will be using them almost exclusively in my gun if I can help it. If not, I'll stick with the matrix ones, but I would prefer the King Arms BBs. that's all for now. I might do some closer range plinking in the next video if I get. Let's make a deal. I think if I get about maybe 250 likes on this video, or 10 subscribers off this video, I'll do a little plinking and shoot it for you guys with some bottles, CDs, light bulbs, that kind of thing, like I did with a sniper rifle. But anyway, until then, be safe, shoot safe, stay frosty. That's all out.